everybody. Brian Wayne here, your host of the Cheers to Comics podcast, which you could find on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and anywhere you catch a podcast, where I deliver the most current content in the world of comic books for your ears. But this is YouTube, so let's talk a little bit of speculation. Let's talk about the books that came out today on New Comic Book Day. Yeah, man. And not just all of them, just the ones that could potentially line your pockets. And I'm not going to go through and list every single book on Key Collector, because if that were the case, I mean, it'd be a bust. You lose money. Yeah, let's just talk about the stuff that I believe to be actually worth your while. Let's start with really the big book. The book that's honestly, I think it's either a hold for long term or absolute quick flip, dump it now, is the Berserker third print. This book is trending downwards in price. Yesterday, this book could have cost you $80. About 5 days ago, it cost you $100. I saw one actually go for $150. Now, as the book is out, maybe there's not as much of a shortage as they planned, because I actually got both the copies that I ordered, and yeah. Now, with that being said, right now it's trending around like 60 to 75 bucks, and I think that's a healthy number. Now, it kind of just depends on what the market starts doing here within the next few hours. I would say, like I said, if you're not in for the long-term spec on this, dump it now. I don't think it's going to go up anymore in the next couple of weeks, but that's just me personally. It seems like there's plenty of them on eBay right now, so yeah, might have been creating a little bit of a stereo over nothing there with that old third print Berserker, huh? Berserker number 2, I want to say not a spec book. I know that there was a bunch of secret 1 in 20 variants on this. They're not doing great. I think the most I saw one go for was around like $20. So I mean, if you're getting them for cover price, then sure. But I wouldn't pay much more than cover price for these secret variants unless it's a very long-term hold. But on the number 2, I don't know. That's really relying on whatever Netflix series this turns into becoming a massive deal. Like Walking Dead level type of status for this number 2 to blow up, or these variants. That's me. Black Widow number 6 actually doing really well today. I totally subscribed to this series. It wasn't because I was a Black Widow fan. It wasn't because I was getting ready for the movie. It's because I knew that they were going to throw something in this series somewhere. And I look at Black Widow number 6 like I look at Taskmaster number 3, just like an out of the nowhere Asian descent type of badass. What's her name? Lucy Nguyen. So on this right now, quick flip on the 1 in 25, you can get it. Selling for like $100. Dump it right now. I don't see it going up much higher than that. I could see it maybe going around like 125. But otherwise, just I guess long-term hold. Now, if this Lucy in the Wind character happens to show up in anything, then it's hard to say. Now, obviously, with the Marvel Cinematic Universe doing this tie-off type of thing, and then they could put out a movie with this Romanoff. And then say, hey, here's a spin-off Disney Plus series involving this, and it's you never know. And the long term, I think best bet, you can make a quick buck now off of this, because even the A cover's going for around like $10 to $15. But the A cover's kind of trending down. Like the A cover started out this morning around like $20 and saw one go for $9 most recently. So A cover's trending down. I think that's a buy signal. Buy on this book. And I think it's low print run. Who the frick is reading Black Widow right now? Yeah, I mean, just speculation. I think that's a hell of a pick. Long term. Nottingham number 1 went into a second printing for whatever reason. Mine didn't show up in my box. Trending around like $27 to $35. So Nottingham still a highly speculated upon series. I think people just what is it, Mad Cave or is it Black Mask? I think it's Mad Cave. One of those two. I know it's one of those two. I don't have the book in front of me to tell you. not a highly ordered publisher. So with that being said, incredibly low print run. Even the second print, probably the second print, maybe more so. I don't know. People might have got onto the trend. I feel like it's a really niche group that's on Nottingham right now, but they're paying good money for it, man. Good money. Um, yeah, I wish I had a second print. I want to check it out. I want to see what it's about. Steak number 2 has a secret variant where she's giving the old middle finger. That's actually doing pretty decent. I'd say on average around like $30. It seems to be holding steady. Like I said, around 25 to $35. So $30 is a safe number. Um, uh, Not highly printed, I would imagine. And yeah, man. So if you look at your steak issue, if you see she's got the old middle finger up, then maybe quick flip that. Quick flip it. And then get you a regular cover and then pocket $20 or something. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it's a long-term hold, though. Don't think it's a long-term. I say get rid of it now before it goes down to like the $7 to $9 range. It's just me. Oh, the Something is Killing the Children number 1 eighth printing debacle is out today. It is trending upwards. It started out around like $11. Now it's going for around $20 as I record this. I actually just see it continue to go up. It's the 8th printing of the first print of Something is Killing the Children. We see how the 7th print foil is doing, right? Pretty well, man. Pretty well. This thing gets slabbed. I could easily see it going for $150, $200, and a 9.8. That's just as it is now. Now, obviously it's a free promo type of thing, but not as many shops participated in this as you would imagine. It's not one to be taken for granted. My shop didn't do it. Believe me, I'd have a copy, but didn't do it. So, I think that's going to create a scarcity for this issue even more. And yeah, man, if you can get it, just if you have it now, hold it. Don't flip it now. Do not flip this book now. Hold it, send it out, slab it, and it's a big book. It's going to be big. I think the peak on this book is, we're at the baseline, man. We're at the baseline. So if you got it, congratulations. Oh, Batman, Superman. Was it number 17? First Emmett, Artur.io or .io. So Arturio. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I don't know. But there is a minor first appearance in there. Long-term hold at best. I wouldn't spend more than cover price on this book right now. It's not going for more than cover price right now. But, a little bit of potential. Just a little bit. Detective number 1035. Another first appearance of probably a quick offshoot villain, but it's hard to say. You never know. I say maybe pick up an extra copy at most. I don't see this. He's on the cover, so it's hard to say. But yeah, what's his name? Mr. Worth. Mr. Worth. I don't know if he makes the cover. I don't know. Maybe pick up a couple extra copies, but you're not going to be flipping it for any type of profit anytime soon, I would imagine. Miles Morales, number 25. Miles. So I know people are all down on the Clone Saga, but I think people being down on the Clone Saga redo is only going to create value for this book because it turned people off of it. People are like, I'm not doing it. Clone Saga sucked. Well, some first appearances in this book that were non-solicited, just kind of, I look, they're badass, man. Looks like we got some alternate universe type of stuff, and I say the variants on this book, the incentive variants on this book, if you find them, even some of the exclusives, get them. I think Miles Morales 25 is just barely, yeah, it's not going for anything more than, I guess the 1 in 25 is going for a little bit more. What I don't know, what's it going for? Around like $40, I guess, is what I have here. But I say hold on to this, man. Hold on to this because it's a final page reveal, so they could consider this a cameo. So if anything, jump big on 26. But there's definitely a first appearance though, because there's maybe 3 other cameos. I don't know. Look at the cover of this thing. It's a wraparound. Like, look at the back of this. It's there's something here, man. There's something here. And then Marvel's number 1. Marvel's number 1. We got a first appearance of Kevin Schumer, and then a couple of cameos as well. just because of the abundance of first appearances in here, I like to play the law of averages. One of these guys is probably going to mean something. It seems like Kevin Schumer is actually going to be the guy that means something, but I don't know. I don't know. We're going to have to read more as this series goes along. Diamond was late to ship my copies here, so I can't go through and look at them quite yet. They'll arrive when they arrive, and I say copies. I picked up 3 to give you any indication. You know, I think there's something to this book. Long term though. Long term. Actually, probably, maybe even a midterm hold. Is that a term? Term? And then last is really my big speculation book of the week. The book that I went all in on is Robin #1. As it stands right now, not doing much, but I expected that. You know, I thought at best it'd be cool if it shot up to like $5 to $8, but all we were expecting out of this was a first appearance of Flatline. And I say all we were expecting. I mean, that. Now, there's more than just Flatline in here. And I still haven't, I got to go through and I got to read it and know, what type of value these other first appearance characters might actually have for the potential of this book. But, I mean, Flatline's very much in it. The 1 in 25, unfortunately, I ordered 25 copies and my 1 in 25 arrived damaged. But it's sitting around like $35, $38 right now. Hold on to that son of a bitch. I think that is the most undervalued book of the week. Hold that. It's not even close to its peak. It's the first cover appearance of Flatline. It's gonna be, unless there's something out there that I don't know of, but I believe that to be the first cover appearance of Flatline, and it is gorgeous. It's a great Federici book, and yeah, the fact that mine's damaged, I still have faith that within, when this book starts to pick up, an 8.5 isn't going to be so bad, and still going to fetch a pretty penny. It's not going to take the value of this big speculative 25 copy purchase away, just because I really got a feeling about this one. I say if you went big on this book and it's not doing what you want immediately, don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged. We got to see what this character does. It's I got a good feeling. I do. I think we're looking at like punchline prices. And at $80-$90 a price. I don't know. We'll see. Or a book. We'll see. So there you go, people. This has been my speculation for, well, what is it? The 28th. The pull list of the 28th. Yeah. I really think that this is the bang for the buck this week, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel and get the notifications, the little bell and all that good stuff. And then check out the podcast on Spotify and iTunes and anywhere you can catch a podcast. I talk to these creators. I talk about these books ahead of time on the FOCs and the Pull List Priority episodes that air on Fridays. So yeah, I give you a heads up on these books, people. I do. I'm just reporting on the pull list. I'm just reporting on my speculation. I already gave the speculation. So, does that make sense? Thank you so much again for tuning in. I will talk to you the next time there are things about comics to talk about. Cheers.